Hey everyone, this is Jack from the FPV Academy channel. So it's been about, I think it's been 5 years since I've last made an FPV related video. A lot has happened in that time. We've moved to beautiful New Zealand. I've started an amazing family. I've got 2 young kids now, and it's just been a lot going on, but I'm so excited to finally be back and make these videos again. So over the last 5 years, I've continued working for GetFPV. When I started FPV Academy, GetFPV kind of took me on, and it's just snowballed since. All the emails you guys are receiving from GetFPV, I put those together, but recent conversations has led to this now, and it's allowed me to kind of get back into FPV and start flying again. So the only FPV related equipment that I've kind of kept over the last few years is my radio. So this is my Tyrannus X9D, and I've been flying simulator, but I haven't flown an FPV drone in 5 years. So it's going to be really interesting to get back out and flying again. I've been binging the Joshua Bardwell videos. I've been watching how all the other guys have been flying, so very excited to quickly get my skills back up to scratch again and then start making FPV Academy videos. So to help with this, GetFPV has been extremely generous in sending me a massive box of equipment. So as you guys saw, I just have the radio. Everything else I kind of need to get again. And so they've hooked me up with the latest and the best equipment, what I believe is currently on the market. So finally received those packages from DHL. The shipping was really quick. It was about, I think I ordered it on, or the order was placed on the Wednesday, and it arrived today in New Zealand on Monday. So 4 or 5 days to get it onto the other side of the world, which is awesome. So we have 2 boxes that we're going to be opening. The first one, it's a really big one. And then the second one, which is an even bigger one. So this one is, as you guys can probably guess, a toggle bag. So let's dig straight into it and see what we've got. So I think this one only consists of the bag. I don't know if the guys opened this and included anything else, but it is exciting nonetheless. Let's put this down on the floor and start taking things out. That's it. So the box is empty. This is the bag. This is the Toggle Pitsop Pro Elite bag. It's the new bag that they just released, and let's get this all opened up and see what we're going to be carrying our equipment around in. Awesome. So this is the bag. My previous bag that I used to have was the Low Pro BPX2, I believe. That was one of the first FPV backpacks on the market. It served me extremely well, but excited to kind of get this bag to carry all that awesome new gear. Let's open it up, see what we've got. I think there are smaller bags on the inside too. No, it doesn't look like it. So this is it. Really nice dividers for lots of gear. That is the Torvald Pitsop Pro Elite. Awesome. Okay, moving on to the box of everything else. Now this is an exciting one. This is, I helped them kind of put together the cart to decide on which equipment I need, and I decided on building a 5-inch quad and a 7-inch long-range quad. So the batteries are still on their way. The batteries were sent using my US. Since we are in New Zealand, they can't ship batteries with the usual DHL. So still waiting on the batteries, but let's get this opened up and see what we have. All right, so I'll put this on the ground as well and start taking equipment out. That's a lot of equipment. So I'm just gonna rapid fire through a lot of these. So we've got 4 of these awesome Kevlar straps. We have TBS Crossfire Nano RX radio receivers. Let's maybe open these up and just have a look at what they look like. There's our antenna. I forgot how small these are. So really, really small. but these pack a massive punch. Here we have a FreeSky XSR sim. So I will be doing a lot of live streams on the GetFPV YouTube channel, and this is going to help me just not having to keep my Tyrannus plugged in. Here we have our flight controller. So this flight controller, it was quite tricky deciding on which one I wanted to go with. The reason I went with the SpeedyBee F7 V3 is simply because it had HD support, but also the black box has 500 megabytes of data, onboard flash memory, so that we can record the black box data directly onto the flight controller. So if some of you guys have seen my videos, you'll know that I like having the black box overlay in all my videos so that you can see my stick inputs when I'm flying. So we've got two of these, and we have, let's leave this open. And we have one of these, which is the SpeedyBee Adapter V3. So this will help me, I believe, just tune my quad out in the field. I think you can plug the flight controller directly into your phone, but I just need to make double sure on that. But I've got one of these now, should I need it out in the field. Something from Team Black Sheep. What's this? This says TBS Crossfire Immortal T antenna extended. So yes, I got one extended antenna because the 7-inch frame, I think I might mount it a little bit on a different spot, but we've got our antenna for the bigger frame. And then we have our black XT60 pigtails. These ones have the capacitor on them. I remember when I used to build quite a bit of quads when I used to race, the capacitor definitely helped with those voltage spikes, so I just opted for these ones that had them on there already. Saves me a bit of time putting that together myself. Moving on to the motors. So we have quite a lot of motors. So these all look like they are the same. I got one spare, should I run into trouble with another one. Let's open one of these and see what we have. So I believe these are the Zip V2 2407 1700 kV motors. Wow, that's a good looking motor. Yep, so Lumineer Zip V2 2407 1700 kV. I will be flying 6S. I used to fly 4S, but I went with 6S setups this time around. So we've got 5 of those motors. Let's leave it there. Then we have a V-Fly beacon. These are, I've lost my quad a few times in the past, and these have allowed me to retrieve them. This is the one that has the motion sensor on it, which is pretty cool. You don't need to have it hooked up to your quad or anything. You literally just attach this to the quad and switch it on when you are flying, and when you're done flying you switch it off, and that's it, I think. We'll see how it goes, but pretty excited about that one. So like I said, there are 2 of them, one for each quad. Lots and lots of props. I'm just going to take out the 2 different types. So I think I've got about 20 bags of these and 10 bags of these or something. But for the 5-inch props, I basically went with the Ethics S5s for some more freestyle flying. That's going to go on the 5-inch quad, and then for the 7-inch quad, the old faithful HQ prop DP 7-inch 7x4x3s. So these work extremely well on the 7-inch. Long range videos that I used to make, I used to fly these exact propellers, so they've been in production for many years now, and they never disappoint. So here we have our camera butter ND filters. So I am very excited about these. I just recently got a new GoPro specifically for these videos, GoPro Hero 11, and these are gonna help me just get some awesome buttery video. This is the ND 4 to 16 kit, and I think this is an ND 32. And they are awesome because they just twist right onto your GoPro. So let's open this up and just have a closer look at one of them. Oh wow, those are sweet. So let's grab the ND16. I don't know if you guys can see how I'm shaking. I don't know why, but I'm really nervous making videos again. It's been so long. So please bear with me. I'm really excited to get back into it though. It definitely has been way too long. Moving on. So next up we've got two of these, the Brain 3D printed GoPro cases. These are pretty great. Interesting, it's got a, don't know why that's on there, but I'm sure it's there for a reason. These are gonna fit perfectly on the frames that I got. So yeah, I'll take out the frame next so we can have a look at that. So the frame that I've went with is the GetFPV QAVS Special Edition. And it's basically, both will be exactly the same quads. The only difference will be the motors and the arm size. And the reason I went with that is because I haven't flown in a while. It will be a little bit easier to transition between the two, and the flight characteristics will be pretty similar. But also because the GetFPV equipment are all top of the range, and I know that I won't be disappointed with these. So really awesome packaging. As you can see there, it comes in a really nice GetFPV airframe box. And here we have all of our plates and also a few stickers. Some really cool GetFPV stickers. And the finish on these, I can see, let me feel these edges. The way that I used to judge the quality of the frame was how well they finished the edges off. And yes, as you can expect, the luminaire frames on the edging is done really, really well. The edges have been chamfered, which just makes it a bit nicer to hold and feel, and you can see the layers of the carbon fiber are also really good quality. Yes, very excited to get this set up. I don't know if everybody else judges the quality of an airframe the same way. I mean, it's probably not the best way of doing it, but that's how I've done it. Maybe it's a bit gimmicky, but that's worked for me. And so, as I mentioned, we have two of them. So in these bags, we have some spare arms. These are the 5-inch arms. And then these are the 7-inch arms. So we don't actually, I don't think we sell a kit that comes with the 7-inch arms. I just got two of the 5-inch ones with some spare arms. And also I got the 7-inch arms that were sold separately. Now the motors for the 7-inch quad is going to be the Zip B2s as well, but they are the 2807 1300 kV motors, so a little bit more beefy to spin those 7-inch props. Wow, that is a long motor cable. Didn't realize they come so long, but this is going to allow us to get really good flight times and make sure that we can reach all those amazing long distance spots. Really good looking motor as well. Excited to get this one set up. Moving on, we have a package from Maytech Systems. So I have used quite a lot of Maytech gear in the past, and I don't think any of the gear has ever failed me. I don't know if I'm just lucky, but to me, Maytech makes really high quality equipment. And what we have here is the new M10 GPS, which I will be putting on the 7-inch quad. I have lost quads in the mountains before, and then I used the GPS to locate where they went down and the buzzer to hear where they are when I get closer. And yes, it does definitely help you find your quad again, should you lose them. Carrying on with the last few electronics, it looks like we have a few more small things. Let me just pull them up. So here we have a little 3D print, which we would use with the, let me find it, with these. So it's just to keep your LiPo strap close to your battery plug, kind of keeping those together, which is pretty cool. Then we have these mounts, which kind of takes me as the perfect segue into the thing that I'm most excited about for this build. So these mounts, if you are familiar with them, they are for the DJI O3 Air unit, and I've decided to go with HD on these systems, and super excited to see what these are like. I know some people prefer the Goggles V2, the generation 1, because of the refresh rates and all that stuff, and I get it. I come from a HDO2 Fat Shark, and no matter which goggles I'm going to get, it's going to be leaps and bounds ahead of what I'm used to, and the OLED screens in this, I'm sure, is going to kind of sell it to me. So let's open this one up. I am very excited to see what's going on with these goggles. I haven't even seen HD FPV myself before. I don't know what it's like. I haven't had any of these goggles in my hands. I have no clue what to expect. So someone coming off of a 5-year-old HDO2. Let's see what we have. I love the unboxing experience. It kind of reminds me of a Apple device. Wow. That is pretty small. This is very similar in size to the HDO2s that I used to have. Look at those. Wow. Wow. So as always, keep lenses away from direct sunlight. Yes, I've had friends that have damaged their goggles like that. Okay, so these are pretty cool, the IPD adjustment. Let's put them on and see. I'm worried, first thing, I mean, it's not switched on. I am worried the light leak might be an issue, but I know you get additional foam. GetFPV is out of stock with that foam, so I might pick some of those up. But initial fit and feel and size and look of them, I mean, they look pretty badass. This is not new for many of you, the majority of you probably, but this is new to me and I really like it. So let's see what else is in this box. Let's put this down there. So we have our battery cable. This is great. Always very welcome to have an external battery cable, which I can put in a pocket, not carry that weight around on my head. And then we have our goggles strap, which I am probably not going to use because I've been provided with an awesome GetFPV one from Fat Straps. So I'll probably be using this goggle strap anyway, but this is still a decent looking strap. And then we have our battery. Now I don't think you can put external 3, 4, 5, 6 cell batteries with these goggles. I think you are kind of locked down to these ones, which is okay. It's not the best. The cool thing I like about them is how you can just clip this on to ensure it doesn't get pulled out. That is pretty cool. And I think I will put that on in a second. Let's see what else we have. We have, not exactly sure what these are, but I guess I'll find out later. I'm just excited to switch these on. Let's switch these on and see what we get. Okay, so there's a touch operation area on this side here, which I believe also a lot of people do not like because you accidentally touch it and all that stuff. but it's asking me to set the goggles up using this. So I'll continue this a little bit later. I won't put that all on screen. Moving on to the final pieces of equipment, we have two DJI-03A units, which will go into both of the quads. And I actually haven't seen this before, so let's open that up and see what it looks like. Awesome, very cool. So yep, that is quite sizey, quite a bit of weight to it, but I believe that is what to expect with these DJI units. And both antennas have been merged into one, which is interesting. Very small camera for what I'm used to. I still remember the Foxeer Predators, and they were much bigger than this. So interesting to see. That is really cool. So that we have two of them. And then finally, to carry these awesome goggles around, I think I've been sent the wrong one, but that's okay. This is a bit bigger one. These are probably for the V2 goggles, the generation ones, but we have a really nice ethics bag for those goggles to live in. So that's it for this video. As you can see, I'm really excited about all this equipment. I'm gonna have to build these quads again. Probably not gonna make videos about that, but I am starting to plan future videos. It will mostly be how to fly FPV related, focusing on freestyle, racing, long range FPV, setups to use, and lots of information. So if there's anything specific you want me to cover in these videos, whether it is flying related or even equipment, I'm happy to talk about equipment a little bit more. Like I said, I haven't been hands-on with equipment much in the last 5 years, but I do want to do more of that. So if there's anything specific you want me to talk about or go over, whether it's beginner FPV kits or, you know, awesome things you need to help you to practice specifically or anything like that, I'm not sure. Just let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.